it's a really crucial part, okay? Because this is what's going to determine if you're going to make the right decisions on your ad campaigns, if either you're going to keep them going and scale them up, or if you're going to kill them, okay, which means basically trash the campaign. So it really goes all, as I said, the start is with a $20 daily budget, and you gotta let it run through those first $20, okay? Do it. Just let it run through the first $20, and then I'll let you know right now in this video what to do after those $20, okay? So after the first $20 went through, what you're gonna go is you're gonna go to the monitoring sheet that I already explained in the previous video. And you're gonna have all here, all the campaigns, the estimated profit and the profit per sale that your VA should have updated already, or yourself, okay? In the bonus video for outsourcing, you'll see that this is one of the parts that is repetitive, and therefore it's going to be done by your VA. So then what you're going to do is you're just going to update the sales and the ad cost once in the morning and another time, and secondly in the night, okay, just before, let's say 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock in the evening, so that because it's when the cycle of an ad campaign goes through, a day cycle goes by, okay, which is by which Facebook guides itself, okay? A 24-hour day, the ad consumes the entire budget. After at kind of 12 o'clock at midnight, then it starts again 1 a.m. all the way up again to 12 and midnight of the next day, okay? So 24-hour cycles, and that's why you gotta monitor once in your morning and once just before the day cycle is over, okay? I don't stop the ads during the night, and it doesn't need to, because Facebook optimizes the impressions so that it really shows when your audience is active, okay? It shows the ads while your target audience is active. If your ad account is on Eastern time and you're targeting Europe, they will optimize it so that when your time, for example, when it's 11 o'clock evening your time, it's gonna be kind of like 4 in the morning in Europe, so they will not show your ad a lot, okay? The same for me. I have a GMT account and it shows my ads most of the time is after 12 o'clock midnight till 4 o'clock in the morning. It shows my ads a lot, okay? Because that's when the US time people are active online and stuff. So really it optimizes. So don't stop your ads. That I don't do it. And here's the process to monitor, okay? So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go to teespring.com and your /dashboard, or you can also go to the analytics page. This one actually updates itself a little bit slower. It doesn't update that much of a real-time update just as the dashboard. So sometimes when you're going to be updating it, it might be a little bit behind the actual sales. So I prefer, that's why it's really organized over here, and you can easily see the end date. You can see which campaign name, how many sales you've made, and if it's active or not. But it takes a little while to update. So I've been going back and forth between monitoring through this one or the dashboard itself, okay? Right now, lately I'm doing it with the dashboard. Both are great. You just gotta know and be aware that the analytics page takes a little while to update sometimes, okay? So you might note down 7 sales and it might have already 10, okay? So just be aware of that. So we're going to go into the campaign dashboard, and over there we're going to have all our campaigns listed, and what you're going to do is you're going to update first of all the sales. So let's say on this one we have now, after the $20, we have kind of 4 sales, and after this one we have 1 sale, or let's say 2, which is already a winner. But let's say this one is not winning, okay? So you see it automatically updated the revenue, okay? So once you did that on all the campaigns you have going on, you're going to go into the ad cost, and then you're going to go to, that means you're going to go to the campaign, okay, to your ads manager. Go inside the campaign, and just right here under ad sets, you're going to see total spent. So you're going to go in total spent, you're going to update it as well. So let's say right here is the after the 20 bucks went over, and I updated it at 20 bucks right here as well. Okay, so let me get those and make it dollars, because it didn't take. So as I said, just drag down like this, and it will automatically take the same format, but it didn't do it on this one. I might have not done it correctly. Okay, so now it's $20 spent, and you can see easily what profit you have. Okay, so once you know this, you can, after the 20 bucks, what you do is you put the ones that are in profit, you put them in green. The ones that are not in profit, you put them in red. And then later on, I'll explain you when you put it in yellow, because that is something we do later on as we go along. Okay, but once those $20 got spent, what you're gonna do is you're gonna look at the ad campaigns. Okay, for the ones that are winning, you're just gonna scale them up. Okay, so once you see positive ROI, just scale. Okay, that's the main important the main important parameter you gotta be looking at. ROI. Are you making more money than you're spending? If yes, then scale up. And this is where right here, of course, right here, once the ads are launched, I note this down as active. Okay, so the ads are active. This is the ads status, not the campaign status, so that you know which ads you already launched. And I like to put this in yellow so that I know it's emergency. It's like alarm, something is active, so you gotta be monitoring it. And then on the notes, what I like to put is the audience size. First of all, the audience size, because I really want to know how much of an audience I still have yet to go. Like really easy. I want to be looking at this and knowing there isn't 500K audience, therefore I know how much I can scale potentially. If we look at, let's say, the cost per impression being cost per 1,000 impressions being $10, I can know that up to 500, I can spend $5,000 and to reach all of them. Okay, so kind of that, you know how much you can spend. So once you know the audience, what I also note down here is I note down what we are doing, okay, what is being done right now. So if it's possible, a positive, and I say, okay, scaled, and I scaled it up from $20 to 50, and we'll go into scaling in the next video, but let me explain this first. I note it down as scaled 50, okay? Just so that I know which was my last decision that I made, okay? But now let's go into the monitoring part right here and see what you gotta do. Okay, so the first parameter, as I said, you first update this and note down green or red. Okay, now you know what you gotta kind of do already. You know this can be scaled, but then we gotta look at the next stuff now. And this one most likely is gonna be cut off or trashed, whatever you want to call it. And but we got to look at the campaign, and this is where I have the ad sets open like this to really update the budget at one time, and then on the other side I just duplicate the same tab and I have the ads open. Okay, the ads and the ad sets on one side and just ads on the other one. Okay, you could just go back and forth over here between ad set and ads. What I do then is I open these two up, and let me make this a little bit smaller so that we can see all the stats at once. So I open up all the ads so that I can easily look through them really fast. Okay. Now, what you're gonna do, and by the way, I don't use precise interest. I have this because I got a review copy, but I don't like to use precise interest, so don't ask me if I do use them, because I don't want to go against Facebook's path Facebook's stream, because you're not going to win against Facebook. That was what happened with custom audiences. It's what happened with name campaigns. Don't go against them. I have this here, but I've never ever used it. Okay, so I use the normal interest they provide. That's what they want us to use, and if they took back precise interest, it's for a reason. If they bring it back, then good. But bringing it back with software and stuff, I don't want to do it anymore. Okay. I learned from that, from the custom audiences and name things. My ads account didn't get shut down, but many others did. So learn to go with Facebook and adapt instead of going against them and ending up losing, because you're going to lose against Facebook. So then once we have them all open, after this little kind of ramble here, that it's really a really important ramble, by the way, but once we do, okay, once you opened all of them, once you opened all the ads, now you can easily see the main stats. Okay, once, if your ROI is positive, you scale up, and that we'll see in the next video, right? But if your ROI is negative, then we're going to see at the parameters. If your ROI is not really huge, let's say you just have over here, you just have 2 sales, okay? So the ROI is it's $15, okay? So let's say you have a smaller profit per sale, and we have like let's make it because you might have more colors, and let's say we have 13, we see the profit is really low. Okay, so this time I'm also going to look at these parameters to know what's happening. Okay, but let's put it back to let's say 1469. It's a different campaign, let's say different design. It shouldn't be, because we're doing a scalable design all with the same colors, just changing one word to adapt it to a different niche, and that's the point of the entire recipe, is to go for proven and scalable designs. But let's say this one has a different profit per sale because I added another color, or we told the designer to add something different. Okay, so the profit is kind of low, okay, over here. So we're gonna go into the first one. I'm gonna say the skateboards one is the green one over here. So we're going to look first of all at the engagement on the ad, and you see it right here. You're going to see right below the ad, you're going to see how many likes, shares, and comments there have been, and we're going to see live campaigns of mine in the next video. So bear with me, follow along, okay? So you're going to go through this, and you're going to see likes, comments, and shares. Then easily, you don't have to go to the page. You can click on newsfeed, view newsfeed ad, and over here you'll easily see as well, you'll see all the comments, shares, and you'll be able to comment back as the page. So when you do this, you can comment back right here, and it will comment back as the page. And this is a great design of my bro, who is a graphic designer as well. So really beautiful, is it? Now, okay, so then, so you have like, comments, and shares over here, and you'll be able to look at the comments. Okay, now once you do and you look at the comments, okay, you're gonna look at the comments, and if you see there are like a lot of comments that say I want it, hey name, check this out, like if they tag other people and stuff, if they say I want one awesome, or this is an awesome t-shirt, etc., etc. If you have comments like those, it's absolutely, it's pretty much it's going to be a good one. Okay, when you have good comments after 20 bucks, if you have about 3+ comments, it's normally a pretty good one. Okay, what I like the most is when there is a lot of comments. It really shows that people are resonating with it. That's when it really is. But look at the comments, you look at the engagement, and you see it's going good. There are comments, there are shares. After 20 bucks, if you have about 30 shares plus, it's pretty good as well. Now, more than that, 50, 60 is absolutely good. If you even add the share with friends tagline on here, as I told you when we were creating the post, the image page post, then you're gonna get even more. I've been doing a lot without even that tagline, and after 20 bucks, 30 shares, 30+ shares is awesome. Okay, then once we do that, once we look at the engagement, we see there is engagement, great, keep on scaling. Okay, keep on scaling. It's going good. If you have the positive ROI and the good engagement, keep on scaling. Okay, that's the most important. Those are the two most important things you got to look at. Now, if the ROI is negative, then look at engagement as well. Look at the engagement. If there is no engagement at all, then you can easily kill it right there. Okay, then you can stop it. If there is engagement, on the ad, but the ROI is negative, but there are, let's say, 10 comments and 30 shares, then keep going, keep going. That's what I call a delayed starter. And a delayed starter, what you're gonna do with delayed starters is you're gonna leave it at $20 daily and you're gonna run till 40. Okay, 40. What I do here then, and those on delayed starters, let's say the audience was over here, the audience was 300K, and what I put here is I put decision 40, okay, and I put it in yellow, okay, which means alert, 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 okay, not green, alert, decision at 40, which means I'm gonna let it run till 40, and if it doesn't go into positive, I'll kill it. Sometimes I've run till $60 because I really see it's going well, there is huge engagement, huge virality, and I know that the image page posts, what happens with them is that they tend to kind of start a little bit slower than clicks to website ads because people are really engaging, and that once that all that traffic and viral traffic adds up and people start clicking on the pretty link, that's when you start seeing sales. So there have been a lot of cases in our campaigns where it really started profiting after 50 bucks, and then it went and become a pretty good winner, which doubled my money or even tripled. Okay, so really make sure that if it's a delayed starter, you see great engagement, be patient, sit back, look at it closely and monitor it closely. Okay, so really important that you do that. So next parameter that you always got to be looking at is CTR. Okay, if the CTR is great, which is like over 5%, okay, 5%, over 5% is pretty good. 8 up to 12 is insanely good, okay? And below 5, you gotta keep an eye on it, okay? It might be doing good. It might have a positive ROI, but keep an eye on it, because if the click-through rate is below 5, it means that people are not resonating that well, or your targeting is not that good yet, okay? So really above 5, great. Below 5, keep an eye on it. You might have positive ROI, and this is where I wanted to say the first parameter is if there is positive ROI, no comments at all, low click rate, but it keeps on having positive ROI, keep running it, okay? Don't worry, it's the first parameter and the most important one. If you're profiting, keep on profiting, scale up, have a close eye on it, put a close eye. If you have all the positive parameters like huge click rate, which means a pretty low cost per engagement, under 10 cents, over 5% over here, or let's say 8%, and you're having a positive ROI, that's when you have a winner, okay? And so you gotta scale. But if you have a winner where you are profiting, but the stats tell you otherwise, like low click rate, pretty high cost per engagement, then just keep an eye on it, but keep scaling because you're profiting, okay? As I said, I'll go into scaling in one of the next videos. So good. Once we looked at the CTR, as I said, if the CTR is not positive yet, look at the CTR, and if it's low, it's gonna tell you low CTR means bad targeting. Okay, bad targeting. Now, if you have a high click rate and you don't have any sales, and I tell you, I suggest you listen to this video again because it's really one of the most important videos here. Okay, if you have a high click rate, everything looks good, but you don't have positive ROI, that means your design is not good. Okay, people are resonating with what's going on, the niche you're telling them about. They're not liking it. Then once you do that, once you look at that, you look at the clicks you've got. Okay, right here you have clicks, but you also have let me see, there is a normally there is a breakdown, and let me go right here into history. Think this one right here. This is one of my winners, so let me check it out. Relaunch ad over here. So right here you have a breakdown under performance, and you can see how many website clicks you got. But again, these website clicks are not the real ones. You got to go into either the analytics page. Under analytics, you're gonna see under here the views, the total views in blue, okay? Or you go into your pretty link, and under hits of that specific campaign, you can see the how many hits that pretty link got. Here we have it, okay? So under your pretty link, you have the hits link, and that one is gonna give you a clear view of how many clicks you're getting each specific day. So let me close this one. Now over here, let's go back into the campaign. So I'm gonna recap, okay? This gotta recap now just so that it sticks. So positive ROI, great engagement, scale up. Go into the video scaling. Okay, positive ROI, low click-through rate, high cost, which means high cost per engagement, means you gotta keep an eye on it. Okay, it has a positive ROI, but you gotta keep an eye on it. If you keep on having positive ROI as while you're scaling, keep on scaling. Okay, now negative ROI, we look at engagement. As I said, click on view and newsfeed. Look at what the comments are, what there is going on. Let me refresh this. What's going on that ad, okay? How many shares, what type of comments are there, okay? Is there any negative comment that you can delete, which is keeping other people from buying? Like, for example, somebody saying, I ordered from Teespring and it was a crappy t-shirt, etc., etc. Delete that. Delete all the negative stuff from your comments, always. I have my VA do that and reply to each person with the link and a call to action, but that is where we're going to go into re-engaging part, okay? So look at the comment, negative ROI, look at the engagement. If it's good, then keep on going for a little while till 40. If after 40 bucks you don't have positive ROI and it keeps on getting good engagement, then really make a decision. Either, let's say, put yourself a limit and say, after $60 or after $40, if it's not in profit, I cut it. Okay, because don't become attached to the designs. The numbers do not lie. If you're really attached to the design, you're gonna keep on going with that design. You're gonna lose money. Okay, so the stats do not lie, the numbers do not lie. It's math. Okay, it's a system. Keep working with the system. So if the ROI is negative and the engagement is low and the click-through rate is low, then kill it after $20. Okay, that's what I do. That's my system. It works, and if you follow it, it will work for you as well. Now, in the next video, I'm going to show you how winners reveal themselves, and then we'll go into optimizing a campaign that is being scaled up. Okay, see ya in the video on how to spot winners and how winners actually reveal themselves. So see ya over there.